Ciao Tesla people, I'm at the Supercharger, charging of course, and we'll do the Supercharger talk number 45. We'll talk about the new Model Y. Let's see, it's flashing, okay. Let's see how fast it's going to charge. And it started. Let's move it to 85. Charging 56, 83. So this charger 150, 113, 112. Okay, because I'm at 34%, and probably it didn't have enough time to preheat the battery. Anyway, it's charging, so that's good. Again, people don't know how to park and leave one parking spot free for the other. Unfortunately, that's the typical. Okay, so we'll do the Supercharger talk number 45. And there are some news about the new Model Y. I think it was the Tesla Silicon Valley Club that did an interview with two Tesla employees. One of them was the program manager for the new Model Y, so probably is the one that knows more than anybody else almost. And they were at a store, and there was a Model Y, the new Model Y Juniper, on display. And they did an interview and they asked a bunch of questions. And so they answer, and we know a few new things about this new Model Y. Okay. I don't remember which model they had on show. Most likely it's the long range. Was not the Foundation. Okay. So I searched for some news. Some vlogger did a pretty cool, let me check. They did here, okay. A pretty cool summary of what they talk about, okay? So let's start. Okay, first of all, the question was why there was a logo in the Chinese version and not in the European or US version. And they said that basically they wanted to remove the logo because for them it says Tesla are iconic car and you can recognize it, so you don't need the logo. But in China it's required by law. That's a difference. Now then they see a new in-house design gearbox for the rear seats. It's fastest folding seat in industry, 4 seconds. Industry average is 7 seconds. So they designed the gear seats to fold the rear seats. That's interesting. The turn signal here, they put it back because customer feedback brought back the stock. Mostly Europeans. Why? I mean, why you would ask for that instead of asking, for example, for steer-by-wire? You know, if you have a steer-by-wire, you don't need the stocks anymore. I don't understand. I tested the new Model 3 and I didn't have any problem. And outside the store here in Florence, there is a roundabout, and I didn't have any issue to signal that I have to turn right while, I don't know. That's okay. Then, new paint colors in North America. What about Europe? Okay. About efficiency and comfort, they seal the door latch to get a better acoustically sealed and you get a smoother closing. Okay. The carpet cup holders, trunk lid, and side trim for noise reduction and reduce scratching. Okay. This is interesting. All interior materials are wrapped for noise deadening. Okay, so that's interesting. So they did some R&D on the materials. The rear glass is laminated to make it more quiet. So the rear glass too. Trunk lid closes quieter. And power struts now on both sides. Custom outgoing wire only on left side. More graceful and quieter operation. Okay, that's interesting. So both of the struts are power struts. Okay. Metallic coated glass roof includes 2 layers of silver, improving heat and thermal performance inside the cabin. Okay, so the glass roof has a 2-layer coating. What I noticed at the end, there is one section is not coated. It's a bit different from here, from this one. So probably the roof cover are not going to work. Lower fan speed operation from new roof leads to efficiency boost, more comfort. By the way, I'm getting this information from King Java. Is a blogger. She's a blogger. In the meantime, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Will help me a lot. Metallic. Oh no, this I did. Lower fan. Okay. New auto oscillating fans with airwave 2.0. Fans now swing side by side to optimize efficiency. Okay, interesting. Rear hatch build for repairability and efficiency. Now, this is new. A 4D radar imaging system inside the first row header. So up here, there is a 4D radar. And from what I watched the video. So they mentioned that they will use this to understand how many people are in the car, and the size of the people, if they are adults or children. And they did a use case, for example, if you forget your child in the back seat, this radar will know that and will notify you. Now, it's a bit of an extreme example, but here in Europe, it's mandated that child seats have to have a Bluetooth system connected to your phone to notify you if you leave the car seat, unfortunately, the child inside the car. Okay, because there were few incidents where people forgot their child in the back seat. So this for the radar will help with that and many other examples. I think they mentioned that they will update this by the end of the year with a software update. So it's already working, but they will improve it by the end of the year. So in the software update in Q3 activates the cabin radar. Actually, I mentioned it's already active, but they will improve and do all this probably with an algorithm. It detects a classified passenger size to deploy airbags. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Airbags dynamically. That's interesting. Detects child presence in second row and detects heart rate and breathing. Wow, that's, I didn't hear that. Calls 911, sends a reminder to turn on HVACs. Interesting. EPA finalizing range numbers this week, and so the range is 5%. So they were mentioning a 2.8 to 3% improvement, but yesterday I think they had the numbers from the officials numbers, and they improved it by 5%, which is good. And then they mention maniacal details for efficiency, even LED in the center console refined for max efficiency. So what they mention is that they look at every energy expenditure by any system in a car to improve the efficiency. Since they didn't change the battery, they want to squeeze out more energy from it, and by reducing consumption by different systems, okay, including the LEDs. Denog bigger battery to keep costs down, charge time lower, and car lighter. Okay, I don't agree with this, because here in Europe there's still this idea that if you don't have a bigger battery and faster charger, people don't want to buy a EV. Okay, and it's difficult to change this mindset. It doesn't matter how many times you show, it doesn't matter. People want to have more miles. Okay, people are being educated like that, and so to change that mindset is very, very difficult. Now, brake calipers refined to reduce drag. Nice. Skull cap on mirror line on the side mirror added 2-3 miles range boost. Okay, so the side mirror, they had like a horizontal line, and people thought it was more about the aesthetics, and it actually boosted the range by 2 or 3 miles. That's interesting. So they look at every aspect to increase efficiency of the car, and that means increase the miles. Frequency damping suspension, same as Model 3, connects the shocks tower to body and stiffening in the front. Rear has a new brace to connect to the subframe to the body to stiffen the back. Okay, so they stiffen the connection between the suspension and the body and the giga casting. Let me stop a second. Get interruption from a phone call. Okay, so the rear we talk about it, and then 3% improvement on stiffness and of the car for better overall comfort. Okay, so that's interesting. In the meantime, I'm at 56%, still 25 minutes. I'm charging 74. That's okay. So, many details about the new Model Y that we didn't know, of course, before. Unfortunately, they didn't increase the battery and increase the speed of the charging, but they improved the efficiency of the car, so the miles, by, the front has a better CX coefficient, the mirrors and the consumption of all the system inside the car will reduce consumption on the battery, so improves miles. So 5% increase in the efficiency, which means probably 30 miles, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Well, depending on the model, most likely. So, interesting news. Let's see if they come out other details in the coming days, because I'm sure that now that people are starting in China, I think they're already started to delivery. And then we saw lots of videos of cars being delivered to stores. If I remember correctly, someone had a delivery time between the 21st of February and March, which means it's like 10 days from now, something like that. So we'll see. As soon as people get a car, we can compare with the current Model Y. So, a very interesting information about the new Model Y. Now, will I get one? I'm not sure. This car has 2 years, almost 20,000 kilometers. It's a Model Y performance. So the performance is not out yet. So I'm waiting for that. And also I wanted to mention that here in Europe, Tesla cars sales are dropping big time. So there is people got issue with the Elon Musk political stand, and I don't want to get into that, but that reflected on people not buying Teslas. Now, it's not a 5-10% drop, it's a 50, 60, 70% drop compared to last year. Okay, so people are not liking what's going on, and where they're shifting their attention on Chinese cars. Now, for Tesla here in Europe, the Model Y is built in Berlin, in Germany, but the Ford Model 3 is built in China, so it's imported. Now, Model 3 imported, I don't remember how many, I think it was a 10% or 9%, something like that, in that order. And then depending on which Chinese company, they have different tariffs. I think the maximum that I saw is around 30%. But no matter what tariffs people are going to buy anyway, because the Chinese car and companies are doing some very competitive prices. Now, my opinion is they should remove all tariffs on EVs for 2 reasons. One, you get cheaper product, okay? And the Chinese cars are very good. There is no doubt about that. They are number ones in selling EVs. Second, you get a second benefit that people not talk about, which is pollution. If you remove pollution by cars, ICE cars are around 30%. But the worst part of that pollution is that affects directly you in the cities, okay? Because cars, like you can live in a city where there are no industries, and so you don't have that kind of pollution, but you have cars, and that pollution is really bad for you. Now here in Italy, we had until a few years ago. Now I don't know why they didn't do it anymore. They stopped the traffic because there was too much pollution, okay, from ICE cars. And what they come up with, if you have a even or odd number in the plate, you can use the car or not, okay? Seems strange, but the level of pollution was really, really bad. Now, I'm not sure why they stopped to do that, because the levels are not better, and I don't know why the mayors don't stop sometimes the traffic, because it's crazy. You can smell the pollution, okay? When I leave Florence, I can tell that the air is cleaner. And Florence is one of the most polluted cities in Italy. And also, North Italy is one of the most polluted regions in Europe. Mostly it's because a combination between industries and cars. There are lots of cars. Here we have, I think it's 1 point something car per habitant. So the percentage of cars is very, very high. So removing the tariffs will first decrease the prices of the cars, which means more and more people will get an EV, which means less pollution, which means less cost for health. I'll give you another statistics. Here in Europe, 800,000 people a year died from health issue by pollution, okay? Which is cancer and a bunch of other illness. In Italy, the estimate is 80,000, okay? That's 10%, is big number. Now, if you remove the pollution by cars, those numbers will decrease a lot. So it's cheaper for you to buy, it's clean air and around, less people get sick, and some people, those are kids, unfortunately. That means less sick people means less cost for health in the countries. Okay, so the governments have to spend less. So you have benefits from all over. Now, I understand people say, but the European car industry. European car industry should have thought about EVs a long time ago. Okay, if you look at the European cars, what it sucks big time is the software, and that's one of the issues here in Europe. Sorry about the rant, but software. What they do, they don't have for example, Tesla has one platform OS, okay, and it's pretty consistent across the cars. Now they have 3 models, 5 models, okay, Model Y, Model 3, Cybertruck, and Model S, and Model X, okay. Some people say are not so many, but it doesn't matter. The software is the OS is similar across all these different cars. Just some UI differences, but the OS is that. Instead, here in Europe, every car maker has a different platform. Not only that, but some car makers, which are from the same company, same group of car makers, for example, Renault, with Chrysler, Fiat, or Volkswagen, Porsche, all that stuff. They still have, every single one have a different OS, and since they have decades of experience on producing software, the OS platform sucks big time. You can tell when you see the tests of people of EVs, of this blogger and new car and whatever, you can tell that the UI is not done by someone that knows how to do it. Okay, they should take people that do mobile development, companies that do mobile development that know how to design UI for devices. And this is a device, okay? It's a pad, okay? iPad, whatever style. But people that do mobile development, I've done mobile development, know how to do UI for devices, small devices. You don't need that's what I say all the time, that those platforms here in Europe, the OS, the UI, they look like a computer or website UI. Doesn't work like that, okay? Have to be very, very intuitive, the UI of a device. In this case, a car, but it's a device, like a mobile device. So I'm not sure why they don't hire companies that do mobile development. Not only that, but they use custom framework, and instead of using standard frameworks and already proven. For example, there is a Qt framework that is used for decades, a couple of decades now, in MCU design and mobile design, but I don't see it around. Maybe they use it, but the UI suck. Anyway, sorry about the rant, but this thing about EV is a big deal here in Europe. Is increasing slowly, the sales, which is good. But now this crash of Tesla is a big hit because the numbers are huge, okay? It's not 10, 20%, it's 50, 60, 70%. So the new Model Y will gain back these sales. I'm not sure. I don't think so. If it continues like that, I don't think so. So it's going to be interesting in the coming months. We'll see with the new Model Y sales in Juniper. And if this trend changes, I don't think it will. Hopefully it does, because as I said, EV sales are important for everything. important for health, business, and cleaner air. And then it's very cool to drive it. It's peaceful compared to an ICE car. So anyway, I'm 10 minutes away. I'm at 74%. I will stop at 80 or 85. So I'll stop it here a second. I'll get back to you. I'm going to look for some new news for this Supercharger talk number 45. So stay with me. In the meantime, please leave a like and subscribe. Okay? So I'll see you in 1 minute. So I'm almost done. I'm at 82%, but I wanted to give you an information about this Tesla crashing sales in Europe. Okay? So this post from Alex Avoigt is from Germany, I think, this guy. So it reads like this, okay? To all those who claim that the decline in sales in Germany is due to the new Model Y and the reduction in inventory, he says, if so, why did the sales of the new Model 3 drop by 61% in January year over year? And then he says, Elon had a massive strategic and political mistake that Tesla employees and shareholders are paying a heavy price for. And the stubborn and defensive he is, he doesn't care. Now, people might have opinions, but numbers are numbers, okay? But then it says, so on the same period, the electric vehicle sales in January in Germany increased by 54%, while the same period Tesla electric cars sales in January in Germany decreased by 60%. So EV sales 54% plus 54%, Tesla sales minus 60%. Okay, so this is a big deal, and the numbers are numbers. Okay, you can say anything about it. And I saw these numbers, or very similar numbers. The percentage are very, very high in other countries, in North European countries, which are have the highest penetration of EVs, like Norway or Denmark. Sweden is getting there. France, that has a huge sales on EVs, but the drop of Tesla sales is huge. It's going to be impressive, and I think so. Now it's the first quarter. At the end of March, we'll see the quarter numbers, and then we'll see the Model Y refresh sales started. So we'll see how it's going to be. It's going to be very interesting. As I told you, EV sales in Europe are increasing, but Tesla are crashing, and that's my opinion. Is that I don't want to get into the political point of Musk, okay? But my take is CEOs of companies that are publicly traded should not get involved in politics, okay? For different reasons. Okay, so I'm done with the charging, so let me unlock the port and let's get it from here. Okay. So, anyway, let's go home. Please check out my Tesla referral. If you're buying a Tesla, use my Tesla referral. It's in the description. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share it, and I'll see you next video. Ciao, Tesla people.